Cool. Okay, so yeah, welcome to another 24-hour trades. Yeah, so woke up a little late today again. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's been late starts for us. We kind of missed on an opportunity here for some sells around this zone right here. Again, so this would have been like a decent opportunity here. You can see we have let's see what happens though, because we're pretty close to. This is like a news release right here. So we'll see what happens. We have, this is 5:30 news release, PPI, core, and manufacturing index. I think that's like all of our news today is just at 5:30. So we'll see. We'll see how price decides to close here. So thing is that this is one of our daily zones here. This is our daily structure area. So depending on how price chooses to close, we could have potential for some sells here for continuation. This is kind of like our retest area. I believe this is the first retest that we've had on this area since we broke through yesterday before London session. So yeah. And there's my entry. So we'll see what happens. We entered in at 66. Yeah, we got stopped out real quick. So a little bit early on that first entry. Anyways, hold on real quick. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry about the music yesterday. It was on double play. It was a little weird. But anyways, interesting stuff we got going on here. It looks like price wants to push up to the upside for this one. So we just got stopped out on that first entry. So we're just going to be looking for one more entry opportunity. So we'll be just looking out for other possible entry opportunities through this think we got about one more entry to take this session, so we'll see how it goes. Bump to the 5 minute. Yeah, man. It's looking solid. Yeah, it's actually like a 4-hour trend there, so we could have some possible rejections around that area if we were to come up to it. So we got, what do we have here? Four-hour daily. We got some continuation up though. Let's see. I mean, technically we got some clear traffic on the left. The only thing that's in the way, we just busted through the daily, so I still feel like we could get some continuation headed towards the downside. This was kind of like a little head and shoulders, pattern here. But then when we broke like this, whatever they call this, like neck here, we didn't get that much push to the downside. So yeah, that's one of the things that I noticed on here. I still think that we're just getting like a retest on this daily area, that we're gonna have some continuation down, just because it looks like price wants to kind of mimic what's going on over here. So it's potential that we might get some continuation like these big wicks that we had over here, and then before we push to the downside, because I don't know, it just looks like we're gonna get a hold below this daily and then continue downwards. But we'll have to see how price develops. Look. Check this out. So we got this pretty tight. Honestly, if we see some like breaks out of this trend too, then look how prices has been shooting up since this was yesterday, like just after the London session. Jeez, confusion. Somebody must have been reading my entries or something. Got stopped out. Happens though. Okay, so anyways, you'll start to kind of you can kind of notice here that we're creating a sort of build up here if we continue to create wicks off this area here. Otherwise, then we'll just push. consolidation area. And we got some like breaks above that. Sorry, I'm just trying to build a story for what the heck price is doing right now. Yeah, my biggest reason for looking for sells right now is just because we have prices just trending down, even though, because you can see we're making like higher lows, and the thing is, like, we're still making like lower lows, like breaking through, even though this was kind of like some sort of like false break. We didn't hold like too long. We're still making like those higher lows, like until we start to break zones like these. We're still trending down right now, so it's our second like wick rejection. Yeah, I think, and either way, we went with this today, so far. So the thing is, like, had we been up at 5, let's say we got up at 5, right? So what we would have had is price playing around. We'd have bounced here, no confirmations for entry. We would have came around to this zone right here, and this would have been confirmation for sell position. Stopped out would have been, and then we would have taken this probably and gotten stopped out again. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let me see, hold on, I gotta pause this again. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me go do something. But anyways, yeah, so what we kind of got going on right now, so we got price trapped. We're starting to make, like, you know, lower points here along this. You can see if we hold up, if we hold below this, then you know, I'm thinking that we can still have price continue to like make some downward movement once we get a little bit closer to market open. But if we start to push above, then we're just, you know, trapped in a consolidation zone. We're almost about 6 o'clock now. It looks like, let's see, Tuesday. Yeah, same thing. So let me see if we can refresh this real quick. Tuesday. So we had some negative news, which of course everything comes out positive when everything's negative. I've noticed that. Like, I don't know what's up with the news, but I always get like this, like when the news comes out negative, or then the price will just shoot up, and if price comes out positive, then price will shoot down. And I don't know if that's because they're trying to. Dang, oh, that's not good. Whatever this is, level of diffusion, leading indicator, economic health. Well, that doesn't really help me. Based on surveyed manufacturers in New York State. Oh, okay, well. Anyways, but that's just kind of like what I noticed on the news, and I don't know if it's because like basically what they're trying to do is inflate price up to prepare it for like this sell-off, or you know what it is, like, because I mean in my mind it would make sense, like, you know, oh, news came out really negative, like, yo, there's gonna be sells today, so, you know, let's shoot price up and see, you know, let's shoot price up to 150 points above basically where price was at, and then when these sellers get in the market, we're gonna be the first ones to do it, you know. So I guess it makes sense, because they're like, okay, we want to be in these sells too, but we want better price for it. So that's kind of like where my mind goes to. The only explanation for that, if news has a factor in it, which it does. I mean, that's why you get these huge candles for at like 5:30 and whatever else. But I just don't know how. I'm not a huge guy into like the fundamental analysis. I'd like to be eventually, but one thing at a time, you know. Understand the technicals first, and then later on, if I want to worry about fundamental analysis, then I can. Man, we got a minute to go on this, too. I'm tempted to just pause you guys out again. Just because it gets so like boring on here with just me for these sessions. So like I can imagine how it would feel like watching the video, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like not saying nothing, doing nothing, whatever. So that's like the one thing I wish I can improve on these sessions. But like I said at one in the beginning of my videos, these videos are mainly for me, and so that way I can just track my progress throughout my trading journey, and hopefully somebody benefits off of like the knowledge that comes from it. If you watch the videos daily, then you'll probably gain some knowledge on like the inside of like how I actually mark up my trades, and you know, hopefully there's some benefit there too, but primarily it's for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's for selfish reasons, but you know, it is what it is. It's free knowledge. Yeah. So anyways, we just started to have a break above this zone right here. Got some potential for upside. So the biggest thing, so what I did on this was I actually zoomed out, and I was noticing that we're coming up to like the zones that we were at yesterday for New York session, because we had some like wicks off this area. Now this isn't like anything on higher time frame, but it is some lower time frame. Last time we were on around daily, we had some issues right around the same price level, bouncing off of, and this is kind of in confluence. If we get price continuing up there, this is kind of in confluence with our trend line as well, so I figured it would be worth drawing up just to see how price reacts around that area, because like this was literally yesterday. We had like the 2 weeks close below, we had a false breakout, 2 weeks close below. You can see price struggling here even when it finally decided to break out and continue up. Same thing here, price struggling, and then we had a lot more wicks on this area again last night around London session, or oh wait, this was morning, a little bit after New York. So anyways, since we've had so many issues with that area, I figured, like I said, it would be worth drawing up. So yeah, interesting to see how price is going to move here. It is moving pretty interestingly along this path. I didn't really expect it to continue so far bullish, but that's kind of what we're doing right now. So even if we checked out what's going on in these 4 hour here, I mean, technically we're creating some like higher lows, but again, I'm still looking at this as like we're trending down. I mean, obviously overall we're trending down, there's no question about that, but it's just more about like what area we're in. So this is a little bit of a weird price range because I can make stories about whether it's trending down or trending up. So we're kind of like in closing like triangle almost for what price is doing right now. So we're just see how price acts around these areas, and look for our entries off that. Boy, these cats. These allergies are messing up my eyes so bad. 616. Yeah, I got a feeling we're gonna have to wait until market opens for some solid price, because like I just want to be up around like one of these, either around daily or around this zone here, to make any decisions on how I'm gonna treat this. I really don't want to get stuck in this, because like this is all like indecision right here. This is all like people just in the market here, smaller firms. We want to wait for the big players to come in and make the decision of where the market's gonna go and play off them. Lucky for you guys, you get to skip ahead in the videos. Yeah. Coming real close to some price validation areas. Let's go. Come on. That's all I want to see. Some price around these areas. The nice thing about like US30 that I'm not sure if a lot of other price pairs do, is that its price always seems to be around like some higher time frame structure area, whether it be the daily or 4-hour chart, or not chart but structures. And so it makes it easier to kind of decide like where are like the zones that I'm looking for certain confirmations. So that's one thing that I will say. Where in a lot of other price pairs, you know, I'm not sure if you get those same like confirmations. I'm sure you can wait, but the thing is like, with US30, it feels like every single day price is gonna touch like a new daily or a new 4-hour support. Every single morning that I hop on for like New York, and that's different, you know. At least I think so, because I was checking out even like I mean this is, I guess, would be like cryptos, but I was checking out like on Bitcoin, for example, and prices, there's no like good time that price is just like moving, and there's also no, what's the word I'm looking for, price just doesn't, it's not always around like those daily structure areas, those I mean, there's like some times where it's around like 4-hour or like hourly structure type areas. Wow. I just placed in a buy entry here at, what are we at, 29? Let me set my stops real quick. If that was at 29, then this needs to be at 33.099. There we go. Market open. There we go. Profits. What a time. throwing out bangers today. But now price is right back up around. Price is right back up around the same area that I was expecting like some possible rejections on. The theme that we had here pre-market, so you can see here price came down to this daily area. This is the biggest thing that I want to point out here. So you can see here we had some like price rejection, so 2 wicks, and then the next candle here on close is where we entered, and then price just like kind of took off from there. Normally I don't like entering like that close onto pre-market, or I mean I don't like entering like pre-market usually that close to market open, just for the simple fact of like once price comes out at market open, a lot of times it tends to reverse or just like create like big liquidity in the market, and then it's like, okay, you know why, and then you just get stopped out of your position basically. So sometimes it's good to just let price play out. But yeah, solid entries. Took some profit. This would have been cleared further. It looks like 100. Yeah, that would have been real smooth. But we took ours. Anyways, let me go ahead and pause this real quick. Anyways, what a nice entry that was. Honestly, this was pretty solid. We just didn't have any reason for, you know, price to just kind of like taking off. You know what I'm saying? Like this close to market open, we had 2 rejections, and then price wants to keep pushing up. Like even though we had like this area right here, like with the market, what's the word I'm looking for? With the volume from the market, you're just gonna have like these pushes like that up to higher areas. So whenever you have like this or like 5:30 time with news, you can kind of expect what price will do. So anyways, real solid this morning. That's pretty much all I got. Hopefully you guys learned something out of this. I know my entries are just kind of like out the blue, but I go back through and just explain them after, just because I think it will it'll help. But the analysis, every single morning, the analysis doesn't change. You know, I just wait, don't do nothing. Like most of the session, it just seems like really boring. There's not much going on. But I would rather have it be boring, because then that means I'm not like freaking out the whole time during the trading session. But then when these entry opportunities come around, you just enter on them. You know, we don't really second guess ourselves or nothing like that. We just place entries, and then, you know, whatever happens. The first one got stopped out. It is what it is. It wasn't days for sells. And then, you know, we took this buy opportunity and, you know, played out. So it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. And y'all have a blessed day.